Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Scene, and in today's video, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks I've learned by playing on the controller. So if you enjoy Palia content, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and I appreciate it. And give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you guys got any good, controller based tips and such, since I figured it just recently came out on the Xbox and the PlayStation, and people play on the Switch, and people still play on the controllers on the PC. I'm pretty sure PC might still work. I don't know. I haven't tested it because I only play on the Switch. But I do know that these do work on the Switch, and I assume similar controllers on other controllers, So just giving, my little forewarning there. But yeah, these are just some few helpful tips that helps me out on my day-to-day. So now this first one is a little time sensitive. You don't want to do it at about 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. But it's, sometimes it's a hassle to open the menu and then get into the inventory because sometimes the screen wants to load up and you just want to organize everything real fast in your inventory. So one thing I'm often doing after I've been on a selling stash and want to reorganize my bag, as long as it's not getting ready to be time to sell and this is empty, I'll just go through and I will literally just dump anything I need to into the sell bin that can be sold. And then you just pop them right back out in whichever order you want. And then bam, you have all your items that was further back to the front of your inventory, Just something little, just something, but skipping menus and sorry for the lag, this patch got these little lag spikes. But just to help save you a couple of menu hop-ins, because sometimes, I know on the Switch at least, it takes a minute to load up a menu, so if I can hop a menu or two, I will. And the second would be another menu skip. There's often times when I'm wanting to change things that are, within the decoration, whether I want to change my pets or change my tool skins real quick. And if you instead of just going to your menu and then going to collections, but sometimes it takes a hot minute to load in a screen, as I said, It takes a hot minute to just jump into that. What I like to do is just open up my, wrong wheel. We open up our, our emote sticker saved outfit wheel, and then we just press Y. And doing that will automatically teleport you to your collection screens so that you can more quickly load in this screen and change out whatever customizations you're wanting to change out, So I think it's just a quick, handy little trick to just help you dodge a menu or two. And now my next trick takes a minute to get practicing on it, but it is a trick for when you're watering your whole garden, or in my case, watering all these flow trees, because every Friday on twitch.tv/kfiercene, I host a weekly flow chop party where we cut 300 flow trees and get, tons of flow wood. So if you want to come make some money, get some, foraging experience, just want to hang out with some people, you're more than welcome to check me out at twitch.tv/kfiercene. But the next trick is basically I like to call it like a right hand free watering. So the thing is, if you're watering and then while holding down the watering can, as soon as it wants to load in, and then you hold down and then you open up the chat and then you let go of the watering can and then you press B on the chat to exit the chat, you are now freely watering with one hand, just the hand you move with. So we can very easily just walk around and just water what we want. And to end it, all you got to do is just tap the trigger button again. And then it just stops the watering, easy as that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start watering, and then we're going to open the chat, and then we're going to let go of the watering can, and then we're going to press B out of the chat. And then it allows us to water with just moving around, and you don't have to hold the trigger down to water your whole garden or water a whole bunch of trees or a whole bunch of flowers or whatever you're watering. You know, sometimes you gotta water a lot of things at one time, and doing it with one hand makes it a whole lot easier not having to hold down that trigger button, you know? Okay, and so now my last trick I got for y'all today is what I call my quick ammo change trick. Because, you know, hunting these guys can be rather difficult, especially when you're on the Switch and you have all these little lag spikes. So one thing that has helped me tremendously solo hunting with Mugens, Elder Sernok, with these new Moo lizards, is the availability to quick change my ammo. And what I mean is, you got to make sure you've got your two main arrows you want it. I try to keep in my front, and I do try to keep my highest level of my slow arrow towards the back of my inventory. And you got to have ammo inventory for this. But what I want to do is I'm going to press Y to split the stack, and then we're going to split the stack. We're going to split the stack, split the stack, split the stack, split the stack. And then we're going to keep splitting these stacks till we get a whole bunch of 1 arrows. Okay, so now we've got a whole stack of like 1-shot arrows here, okay? And so now we're going to exit out of here. And then we're going to take out our ammo. And we're going to click on the slow arrow. And now we see, well, we have that green guy right there. We're going to aim, and because we only have 1 slow arrow, it's going to automatically change to the first arrow we have in hand, which in our case was fine arrows. So we're able to have them slowed down and then swap over to fine arrows, and then be able to shoot out all those fine arrows to kill it so much easier. You know? So that way we're able to solo these Ogapus a lot easier, you know. Now, not saying it's going to be easy, because, you know, we still struggle, but this quick changes are good. And then before we start the next one, we'll swap back over to our single slice, and then we'll aim, and then it'll automatically change back to our fine arrows we were using. Okay? Oh, that one hopped in, so I guess somebody scared that one. So we'll see if there's one more up. I'll do it for you one more time. Oh, that one got scared. A lot of people running around, so. Okay, so now we got our single layer up. Now we shoot it. Now we're back over to the fine arrows. And then bam, you know. Easy as pie to solo these things. So that is 4 little controller tricks to hopefully help up your Palia game. So, you know, make sure to hit that subscribe button if I helped you out and you enjoyed this channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!